Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelo. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please like, share and subscribe if you've not done so. So today we are going to be making a simple circle dress. So I'll be showing you a very easy way you can join your fabric to get a very long fabric for your maxi dress. Okay, so this is a 6 yards of Ankara fabric, and this 6 yards I'm going to be dividing it into three, which is two yards, two yards, sorry, not yards. Okay, so as you can see, it's been divided already. So I have cut it into three places, which is two yards. Okay, and then I'll just bring out one of the 2 yards, as you can see, and then I'm going to fold that into two, savage to savage. Okay, the way I am folding it now, you fold it into two, border to border. All right, okay, keep the remaining two, that's the 4 yards aside, and then you cut these 2 yards into two, savage to savage. Okay, you fold savage to savage like so. As you can see, is border to border. All right, so now I'm going to cut it out. Okay, as you can see, I folded border to border. All right, and this is 1 yard. When you open it up, it's going to be 2 yards. Okay, all right, so I am cutting it now. All right, so what I'm going to do next is to get one of this. Okay, I'm trying to make the camera zoom so that you'll be seeing what I'm doing clearly. Okay, so this is one part of that. I'm going to take one of the other 2 yards. Remember, I said two yards into three. So I'm going to take one of the other 2 yards, and then I'll open it up like so. This is 2 yards. Unfold is 1 yard. So when you open it, you see it's 2 yards. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to open it up and then take these other pieces that I cut, so the other 2 yards that I cut into two. I'll open it up too, like so. Okay, you open that up too, and then you're going to place them savage to savage like this. Okay, remember the fabric is 45 by length, so when you add, I'm adding extra 22 inches to it to make it long. Then I'm going to sew here, going to sew it long up to this other last edge. Okay, up to this point. That is how I'm going to join my fabric in order to get a long fabric to cut my maxi dress. Okay, and I'll do the same to the other side. All right, so guys, now I have joined the fabric. Let me show you. You see, I joined this savage to savage, and when you open it up, you will not even notice that you join it. Can you see that? So it's easier or very easy to join like this than joining after you have cut. Okay, so it's easy to join this way before you now fold your fabric and cut. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to fold this. So I have join the two fabric together, and I'm going to fold like so. So you don't need to measure your length anymore because this is already long and it's 2 pieces. Okay, so you're going to fold one for the front and one for the back. So you're going to hold the edge of this and then fold like this in a triangular form. Okay, like this. All right, make sure this edge gets to the other edge like so. Can you see how long the fabric is now? Okay, so this is how you're going to fold. So this will be for the front, and then I'm going to fold another one for the back panel. All right. Remember I said 6 yards is needed for this. You cut the 6 yards into 3. Divide, that's 2 yards, and then you divide one of the 2 yards into 2 and join the other 2 yards. Join to the other remaining fabric, okay, to make it long. That's your fabric is not going to be more than 45. It's not going to be 60 something the length, okay. So now I'm going to fold the second part. Make sure the part you join should be on the down part, okay? Don't put it on the upper part of your don't join it. Don't fold on the side that you join. Fold on the other part. I don't know how to explain it, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. All right. Okay, so this is how you're going to fold again. In case if you did not understand the first one, you fold in a triangular form like this, in a bias form, okay, like so. Just get the edge and then fold up to this point like this. Please, if you don't understand, go over the video again. You will see how I fold it, okay. At least I try to fold the 2 fabrics on scene so that you guys can see and also know how to fold, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a pin to secure these points together so that my fabric will stay in place, okay, because I am cutting the front and the back together. All right, so make sure to align your fabric very well, okay, and then you use a pin and secure it. But if you can cut it like that, it's fine. But me, I prefer using pin to hold it in place so that it will be easier for me to, as you can see, it's 2, so it's not 1. It's when you're folding the whole fabric together, that is when you don't even need a pin. But since it's 2, you need a pin to get it right. All right, so make sure you fold your fabric very well, align it very well, make sure no any part that is puffy, and then I'm going to turn it this way so that you will see what I'm trying to say before. You see that the way I join is at the down part, okay. I hope you now understand what I mean by folding the fabric this way, okay. So you can see that where I join is at the down part. What I'm going to do next now is to mark out my bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So my bust circumference is 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 1 inch. So what I marked here now is 11. So I got 11 there at this point. So what I'm going to do next is to take my across shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8. 16 divided by 2 is 8. But because this is an off shoulder, we might not see 2 from the 8. So I'll be marking 6 instead of 8 because this is off shoulder, so that the sleeve will slap well on my shoulder and not falling off, okay. So I marked 6 instead of the 8. And then what I'm going to do now is to take my real bust circumference, which is 10 inches. Bust circumference divided by 4, which is 10 inches, okay. So that is what I marked now. All right, so I minus 2 inches from my shoulder, which is 8. I minus 2, I marked 6 there. And then I took my exact bust circumference divided by 4 again here. So I have 1 inch left, which is the seam allowance, okay. So now I'm going to go up by 4 inches from that's my shoulder point, from where I marked my shoulder, and then here for the neckline I'll go up by 2 inches, okay. So now I'm going to connect this point upward to the 4 inches I marked upward, like so, okay. And then I'll connect the 4 inches to my armhole and also 4 inches to the neckline. This is the neckline here, and here is where I'll be marking my armhole. All right, so I'm going to connect like so, like this with a curve, and that has as my armhole. And then now I'm going to connect my neckline. So here is my neckline, okay. Hope you understand. All right, So for a recap, I'm going to show you what I did again. So I took my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 1 inch. I marked the 11, and then I take the exact measurement, which is 10 again. And then here I took my shoulder divided by 2 minus 2 inches, which is 6. And then from there I go up by 4 inches. I marked, okay. And then I took my neckline of 2 inches here, 2 inches. I went up by 2 inches, and then I connected to my armhole, and then I connected to my neckline also. Okay, fine. Okay, and then I'm going to place my shoulder on 4, my tape on 4. Okay, because we are doing -4 for the armhole, sorry, for the off shoulder. So I placed my tape on 4 where the shoulder stops. I placed 4 there, and then from there I'm going to mark the length of my dress. Okay, so this is where 4 is. I placed my tape on 4 there, and I'm going to use pin to hold it so that it will not be shifting when I'm marking, because I'm supposed to be doing this on the ground, but because there is not enough space on the floor there, so that's why I decided to do it on the table, so that you guys will also be seeing what I am doing. Okay, so I'm going to use tape to hold it, and then I'll mark, sorry, not tape, pin. So the length I'm working with is 60. Okay, so I'm going to use pin now to secure that point, the 4 inches I placed there. Okay, so I'll now mark the length I am working with. So I'm using 60 plus 1 inch for folding allowance. Okay, I added 1 inch for folding allowance, so I'm using the whole tape. All right, so I'm using the whole tape for my length. Okay, so in case you may be wondering, what if the person's length is more than 60? What if the person is like 65? Or is it possible that any female is as tall as 65? Well, I don't know. Maybe the person wants her own dress to be flowing very well on the floor. So in that case, I think what you should do is to cut the normal way of folding, and then after folding and cutting, you will not join it later. There is so many videos on YouTube on how to do that. You will cut, then after cutting, you will not join the fabric. I think that one will be better for someone that is longer than 60 or 61, 62. So right now I'll be connecting all the dots, the lines I have ticked like so, to form a circle. All right, after making this, the dress was actually flowing on the ground very well. So I don't know, maybe this tape is even longer than 60, so the tape should be like 61. That's why I used the whole tape. I did not stop at 60. I used the whole tape, and after making this dress, it was really flowing on the ground very well. So even after folding it, it was still flowing. So if the person is longer than 65, if the person is up to 65, so what you should do is to start marking from this point I am holding here. You start marking the length, and then when you get to that other point, you just cut it, and then you can just join the fabric again. Or you can use the other method on YouTube. Please help me smash that like button, okay, to help the channel to grow. Thank you. So now I am done cutting it out. The next thing I'm going to do now is to cut the facing. Okay, so I'm going to fold like so into 2, and then fold again, because I am cutting for both the front and the back. All right, and then I'll place it under the dress like this. Like so. Make sure it aligns together, and also make sure you have enough fabric below for your facing. Okay, please help me take 1 second of your time and hit the subscribe button below. Also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time I upload new video. Okay, then you're going to trace the neckline and also the armhole, and then next you will cut, tracing the neckline and then the armhole. Okay, then you bring it out. So for the length of the facing, you can use 4 inches, you can use 3.5, you can use 3 inches. Okay, so but 4 inches is better, but I actually use 3 inches, but 4 inches will be long enough because that 3 inches, the facing is kind of flying. So I'm going to be marking 3 inches all through like this. 4 inches, sorry guys, I lost some clips, so I'm going to show you what I did. I marked 4 inches for the facing like so. So what I have here is 3 inches, but what you should use is 4 inches. As you can see, it's small, so to be flying even after tagging it. So you mark 4 inches like so, following the exact shape of your neckline and your armhole. Okay, the exact shape of the dress, and then you're gonna curve it following this shape. Okay, and you mark your 3 inches or 4 inches, whatever length you are using, following this shape, and then you cut it. As you can see, the facing is not straight, it's curvy because I followed the shape to mark 3 inches all through. Okay, and then what I did, I placed the facing right side facing the right side of the dress, and then for my strap I use 1.5, unfold is 2.5, then the width is 1 inch. Okay, so unfold is 1 inch, when you open it up is 2.5. I sewed it and then I turn it inside out. As you can see, is 1 inch for the strap, so I folded it this way. I fold this way, and then I sew with half an inch or quarter of an inch, and then I flip it, I pull it inside out with pin. And then what I did was, and the strap length is, remember we did -4, so I cut 8 for the length for the front and back, but I used 1 inch for sewing here and then 1 inch for joining it to the back. So you put it in between the facing and the dress like so. Okay, when sewing the facing, and then you sew like this. You do the same to the other side. Okay, put it in between. As you can see, is 1 inch that is out. I added 1 inch sewing allowance to the strap. Okay, so I hope you understand. If you don't understand, please ask me on the comment below and then I'll explain better. And then don't forget to like this video. Please hit the like button. Notch your necks before you turn, okay, to enable you turn. Any neck that is curvy, even the armhole, notch them so that it will enable you to turn. Please take 1 minute of your time and hit the subscribe button for me. Like and share this video with friends and family. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time I upload new video. Thank you. So I'm going to turn inside out like so. Okay, and this is what we have. Okay, so I'm going to use pin to tag the facing, and I'm going to overlock it before doing that. Okay, so as you can see, it's short. That's why I say you should use 4 inches. So as you can see, I've also placed my sewed my pocket. So what I did was, from the armhole I marked 9 inches downward. From the armhole, okay, from the armhole I marked 9 inches down. You can use 8, you can use 9. So I marked 9 inches, and then I marked 7 inches for the pocket. All right, and then I got a pieces. I marked 7 inch like this, like so. Then I put my hand and trace it to the length or the width I want it. Okay, and then I placed it on the right side of the fabric like so. Right side facing right side, I sew. and then I flip, I top stitch on the facing. I did that to all the 4 parts of the dress, okay, the front and the back. And then what I'm going to do now is to sew with the 1-inch sewing allowance I left, like so, down. Okay, I'm going to join the dress now with the 1-inch sewing allowance I left, and this is the final look of the dress. Thank you guys for watching. Like and share my video. Give this video a thumbs up if you love it. So I have not hemmed the down part. I'll be doing that later, okay? So I just wanted to show you guys the final look before I hem, and see you in my next tutorial. I love you guys. Keep winning. Bye.